Dallas Mavericks is D'Angelo Russell's last chance in the NBA. He recently signed a 2-year, $13 million contract with the Dallas Mavericks. This deal was finalized on June 30th, and it was intended to fill the void of Kyrie Irving's injury. He tore his ACL, so Kyrie Irving is most likely going to miss the entire next season of the NBA. Now, D'Angelo Russell, he's only 29 years old, right? He's still very young, but he's already played for multiple teams. He played for the Lakers to start off his career. Then he went to the Brooklyn Nets, where I believe he had his best years. Then he went to the Golden State Warriors to play with Steph Curry. Then he went to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then he eventually went back to the Lakers. Then he went back to the Nets. And now he's on the Dallas Mavericks, right? So D'Angelo Russell, he's had a very interesting career, right? When you look at his career, every time he's played his best years, unfortunately, he ended up getting traded, right? Like, he was on the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets was a playoff team. D'Angelo Russell was a starting point guard. And it almost looked like he was on the verge of becoming an all-star. I'm not going to say a superstar level player, but he was on the verge of becoming an all-star player. And then he ended up going to the Golden State Warriors, right? So when you look at his numbers in Brooklyn, the first season he averaged 15 points a game. The next season he averaged 21 points per game. And then he went to the Golden State Warriors, where he averaged 23 points per game, right? So scoring wise, he actually had his best season with the Golden State Warriors. But overall, I think that if he just would have stayed on Brooklyn and made a decent playoff push with the Nets, I think that D'Angelo Russell would, he wouldn't keep bouncing from team to team, right? So after Golden State, then he went to the Minnesota Timberwolves, where he averaged 21 points per game, which was great. The following season, he averaged 19 points per game with Minnesota, then 18 points per game with Minnesota, then 17 points per game with Minnesota. And then he ended up going back to the Lakers, right? Now, he was traded to the Lakers pretty much for Russell Westbrook, right? And that's when all of the criticism started coming back at D'Angelo Russell, mainly because he was just jacking up threes, not making threes on a consistent basis, not having the best basketball IQ, and most importantly, not playing defense, right? So he ended up leaving the Lakers, and he went back to Brooklyn, where he only averaged 12 points per game, right? So now that D'Angelo Russell is on the Dallas Mavericks, and he's obviously going to be the starting point guard, he's going to be on a really good team, right? You're on the team with Klay Thompson, Anthony Davis, Cooper Flagg, Derek Lively. You got Caleb Martin. You got Dwight Powell. You got Max Christie, PJ Washington. This is a decent team, right? If D'Angelo Russell can help this Dallas Mavericks team go to the playoffs and at least get past the first round, I think that even when Kyrie Irving comes back, you could have a situation where either D'Angelo Russell comes off the bench the second year and then earns a max contract with another team, or the second year when Kyrie Irving comes back, if you're D'Angelo Russell, you can just request a trade, right? You can request a trade and go to a team where you can be the starting point guard. But if D'Angelo Russell does not play well this year, if he does not play well with Anthony Davis and Klay Thompson, and this Dallas Mavericks team, they don't make it to the playoffs, or say they get to the playoffs, or they have to play in a play-in game, and then they get to the playoffs and they get bounced out of the first round, D'Angelo Russell, I'm not going to say that he's not going to be in the NBA, because he's still good enough to be in the NBA. But I'm not sure that D'Angelo Russell at that point would be considered a starter on any other team in the NBA, because he's pretty much had a similar career to a guy like Dennis Schroeder, right? Like, Dennis Schroeder, he has had to prove himself time after time after time. This guy's been on so many teams. He's shown that he can average, 15 to 20 points per game. But I don't know what it is, man. It's just, like I said, you look at Dennis Schroeder, every time he started playing well and he was solidifying himself, he got traded, right? Like, he played very well for the Lakers that first year after the Lakers won the title. And instead of signing that $80-something million contract extension, he decided not to. And then from there, he just started hopping from team to team. Same thing with D'Lo, right? So I'm expecting D'Angelo Russell to average at least 15 points per game this season. And I think that he's going to have a good year. I think this is the perfect fit for him. I think that when you look at this Dallas Mavericks roster, I feel like it's a perfect team for D'Lo. You know, D'Lo can shoot threes. Klay Thompson can shoot threes. You got Anthony Davis, who's one of the best big men in the NBA. And they should have a really good season, man. And of course, they're going to be even better next year when Kyrie Irving comes back, man. You got D'Lo as the backup point guard for Kyrie Irving. I think that's a great combination, man. So let me know what you guys think about this, man. It's your boy Wavy. Stay Wavy TV. Thank you for watching the video. I'm out.